Okay, back on Cap Friendly. They've updated the protected players for each team. So let's do our final Seattle expansion draft. Time to draft the team. We're going to start with the Anaheim Ducks. On this, you can see that I've put the guys who they protected. Sue's left. You know, you could go with Adam Henrique. You can get some term there, but at 5.85, that's a big, hefty contract. You could go for someone younger like Hayden Fleury, who's an RFA not till 2022 at $1.3 million. But for me, I'm going to go with Alexander Volkov. He looked good last year. I watched the Hockey Guys little draft preview thing, and he liked Volkov as well, and I agree with him. I think it's a good choice here. Then we go to Arizona. The Arizona Coyotes, who don't have a first-round pick in this upcoming draft. You know, I like who they protected, and for me, out of everyone, it's between John Hayden and Christian Fischer. Both, you know, mid-20s players. Why not? Boston Bruins. All right, so, of course, these are the people that you expect, except Trent Frederick was a surprise for me. Zaboral, Lozon, Clifton available. You're going to D here, and I'm going to take Connor Clifton, a little bit older, played a little bit more, and I think he'll jump right into the lineup for the Kraken. Buffalo, the dumpster fire that they are, they kept all these players, and basically those are the only players you would keep. Gosh, it is thin here. So best thing to do, you go for the youngest defenseman they got, William Borgen. You need to get to that 9 defense. Let him be one of them. Calgary Flames, Mangiapane got picked up. He got protected. That's who I would have went for, especially after his Worlds. A lot of people look at Mark Giordano here. I'm actually not going to go for that. I'm going to go for the younger, cheaper guy. You can re-sign him. He's an RFA. Killington. I think that's the best bet for Seattle. Carolina, Nino Niederreiter has been left unprotected. Got McGinn there, Martin Hook, Morgan Geekie. You look down on the defense, and you see Jake Bean's name, and you take him. He'll be cheaper to sign as well. Probably get him for, a bridge deal. Why not? Chicago Blackhawks. All right, so they made that trade to get rid of Keefe, but they kept Jones. Got Calvin DeHaan there, Nikita Zadorov if you want, but I'm going to go with Adam Gaudette, and I picked him in my previous one before the protected list came out. I'm going to pick him again. Depth role guy. He can jump into the lineup wherever you want him. In Colorado, do you want 48 hours of Gabe Landeskog, Brandon Saad? No, you're going to go Jonas Donskoy. Even at $3.9 million, I think it's a good pickup by him. I would have went with Ryan Graves, but he got traded. Columbus, Max Domi's there. You pick Max Domi, don't you? Right away. He's going to be the next Carlson. Guaranteed. He'll be back up 50, 60 points this year. I can just see it. Yeah, I agree, man. Next up, we got Dallas. They kept who they kept. Alexiak, you might want to get some rights in there. You got Ben Bishop at only 4.9, but he's injured, beyond repair. Yeah, he is, isn't he? So I'm going to go with Blake Como. Just a little bit of a veteran presence there. You can throw him on your 4th line, 3rd line. Just an elder statesman of the NHL. Detroit, I'm going to go Evgeny Svechnikov. Maybe a new team will light some fire under him. I did look at Troy Stetcher, Christian Jus, Cholowski, but I'm going to go with a forward here because I'm picking up D in other places. Edmonton. Now, for Edmonton, I thought they were going to leave Josh Archibald off, but they didn't, so they kept him. So that's would have been my pick. Devon Shores, enticing as well, but I'll take Oscar Klefbom. Even if he doesn't play this next year, you throw him on the IR, save $4 million in cap, you can make some trades, make some signings. Florida Panthers, it's between Nola, Charlie, Vetrano, and Drieger. Drieger's a UFA, and now the other goalies have become available. I think you skip him in the right, and you take Achari or Vetrano. I'm going to take the younger Vetrano. He had more upside, in my opinion. Next up, we go to the LA Kings. And for LA, you know what? I thought it was going to be between Anderson and Lizotte, and they left Lizotte off. So you take Lizotte. It was going to be between Anderson and Lizotte, in my opinion. Martin Furk is there as well, but him at 27. You take the younger Lizotte there. You can put him in the AHL if need be. Minnesota, obviously, Parise and Suter are gone, so they were able to keep Dumba. Victor Rask, no. Bukestad, no. Look at the D. Brad Hunt, no. Oh, Capo Kakkonen. Yes, please. He played a lot this year, and he looked good, and he got him until 2022, and he's an RFA. Montreal, they leave Jonathan Drouin available. They leave Shea Weber available. You know, Gustafson, Kulak, Merrill, Fleury. Oh, Carey Price. Do you know what? You just pick him anyway. Screw you, Montreal, for doing it. Pick Carey Price. Nashville Predators, I'm staying away from Duchesne and Johansson. Granlund would be nice if he was signed, but he's a UFA. I'm going Cal Yarncroc. He had more points than Duchesne and Johansson. He signed till 2022. You can try to re-sign him, and he'll be cheaper than the $8 million. So you take the better player, in my opinion. New Jersey, you're looking down, you go. Ooh, that's kind of bare, that cupboard as well. But Graves got taken, so Subban. And I take PK Subban. Reunite Price and Subban just for the high fives, their handshake at the beginning. New York Islanders leave Josh Bailey off, and you know what? That's enticing as well. Richard Panik's enticing, but I'll go with the younger Kiefer Bellows. Like other players, I think a new scenery will help him develop, and he might get in the lineup, get a few minutes, and if not, he'll go on the AHL team, and he'll get significant minutes there. New York Rangers, for these guys, between Colin Blackwell and Julian Gauthier, I'm going to go with the younger Gauthier. Again, I think you can get him cheaper. Blackwell goes to UFA, Gauthier goes to RFA. Tony D'Angelo's in there as well, but I think everyone's going to stay away from him. New York will they'll probably buy him out, won't they, buddy? What do we got? We got Ottawa Senators here. Evangelos Dadonov's, a good piece, but Chris Tierney, I think just that 3C, you can play 4C if needed and go up and down the lineup. You stay away from Matt Murray and that $6.25 million cap. Philadelphia, Jakub Voracek, James Van Riemsdyk, some big names here. But I'm going to go defensively, and I'm going to take a risk on Shane Gostisbehere. I think Ghost, give him a new team, see what he can do, give him that opportunity, and I think he will thrive. He will thrive. Pittsburgh Penguins, they kept Teddy Bluger instead of Tanev, which surprised me. Sam Lafferty's enticing, Jankowski, but I'm going to go defense. I'm going to take Marcus Pettersson. Him at $4 million might be a little bit now, but at the age of 25, he looks like he'll improve a bit, and it'll be a good contract, and he'll play top 4 minutes. San Jose, not much here, so it's really going to be between Ryan Donato, in my opinion, and Dylan Gabrell. And you go with Gabrell. He's a year younger. He's an RFA in 2022. Can fit that fourth line role. Third line, if need be, can be in and out of the lineup. And really, San Jose doesn't give you much other options. No one's going to take someone like Martin Jones, are they? St. Louis, Vladimir Tarasenko, 30-goal scorer, perennial 30-goal scorer. Ooh, but the cap. And then you have Vince Dunn down there as well. And I think you can get him signed. Obviously, it's going to be more than the 1.875, but at 24 years old as an RFA, you can get him signed. He'll play top 4 minutes. Tampa Bay, they've got a ton of players. You got Palat, Gord, Johnson, Killorn, you name it. You've got Ruta on defense. But when Yanni Gord's there and how he plays, that's the style you want. That's the player you want. Yeah, he can play. He'll be playing top 6 minutes. I have him on the top line, and I think him playing with some skilled guys like Max Domi, he'll just flourish. Toronto, it's between Kerfoot, McCann, and we're going to go all the way down to the D in Travis Dermott. I don't think anything changes here. Toronto did well. They take Alex Kerfoot. Toronto gets his replacement in McCann, and even if they take McCann, Kerfoot stays. I think it was a great trade by Dubas, but I think Kerfoot goes. He's what they want. Toronto gets McCann, and they have him as RFA status in 2022. Vancouver, no one's taking Louis Eriksson, Jake Virtanen. Nope, you're getting bought out. In my opinion, the only guy to go with is Cole Lind, 22 years old, RFA. You can sign him on the cheap. He might be able to make the lineup. If not, he'll play in the AHL and develop. Defense, again, atrocious. Stay away from Holtby. Washington Capitals, let's go Alex Ovechkin. I'm kidding. Obviously, he's UFA. He's staying in Washington. You can go on defense to Schultz or Dillon, even Nick Jensen maybe. But then you go down to goaltending and you see Vitek, Vanacek, and it's an automatic click. RFA 2022, just like Kaukonen. Even if you're not able to sign both of them, you can big trade chip. And Winnipeg, I'm going to go with Maple Leaf Killer, Mason Appleton. I think it's a great choice. He'll play on that fourth line. He can play some penalty killing roles. And you know what? He'll be able to develop nice in Seattle. Winnipeg will be upset that they're losing him, but it's a good little pickup there for the Seattle Kraken. So there you go, Mason Appleton. And yeah, that's going to be the team that I've selected for Seattle. It's hard, like 30 for 30, 18 forwards, 9 defense, 3 goalies, 22 of 20 contracts, $76 million. Obviously, you have to re-sign a bunch of guys, but that team, young. I know it's scary when you look at 22, 2023 and you don't have many people signed. A couple UFAs, a couple RFAs. But again, with those young players, they're not going to be crushing the bank. So it'll be easy to re-sign. You'll be able to get bridge deals 2-3 years, even 1-year deals. It'll be fine for Seattle. And if they want to move on from them, they move on from them. If they can't afford Vetrano, they trade him. You know what I mean? Cal Yarncroc, you can use him as a trade chip as well. Blake Como, just for deadline acquisitions for other teams. But then the younger guys, Cole Lind, Bellows, Gaudette, you can sign those guys to nice little contracts. Defense-wise, PK, you only need to pay him for a year, and you get people in the building, get people talking. He's a big personality, perfect for Seattle. And like the younger guys, you can re-sign them. So that's the team. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Next up, I'll put in my projected lineups and let me know what you think. All right, let's go talk about what I think the lines will look like. So it's now complete. The list is done. My son, you happy? I'm happy, I guess. Again, this is a lot tougher than anyone has made it out to be. It is, getting under the cap, getting the contracts. I know in mine there's a lot of RFAs coming up, but hey-oh, it is what it is. So this is how I see it. This is how I see the lines. Price, the number 1 goalie. Kaukonen, second goalie. Vanacek, third. D pairings, Dunn, Subban, Pedersen, Clifton, Gostisbehere, Killington. Then you have Domi, Gordon, Donskoy as your first line. Vetrano, Kerfoot, Yarncroc. Fisher, Tierney, Volkov, Como, Gabrel, Appleton with Gaudette there. Lazat, Svechnikov, Gauthier, Bellows, Lind, Bean, Borgen, Clefbaum on the IR. Those are what you have left over. And that's the team I've drafted. Will it end up like this? Probably not. Will Price go? Unlikely. But damn, would it be fun. As a Leafs fan, it would be fun for him to get picked up. And you know what? I'd love to see Price and Subban again. That's it for me. That is my team. That's what I've drafted. The link is down below. Why don't you have a go? See who you would draft if you were the GM, if you were Ron Francis of Seattle. Please comment down below your thoughts. Again, it's tougher than it looks. It's tougher than it looks. There's the Seattle Kraken, my Seattle Kraken, for the 2021-2022 season.